And we are back with another one. So I just realized that I could probably put a lift in here, right? Obviously I can't, I'm not going to, because it's not like my garage. It's mine, but you know, it's not like mine. We're renting it. I would be able to put one in here though if this beam wasn't in here. But the reason why this beam is in here is for the garage, literally so that they can mount the motor. But say like we took off this beam and then we had like one of those motors that go on the side, I would 100% be able to put a lift in here because the ceilings are pretty high. Like you can kind of judge it based off the Nismo flag. Yes, a sight you guys haven't seen in a minute. So yes, we still have this car. Those headlights are terrible, dog. Like we literally have to replace those. That's like, you can't come back from that. You just gotta replace it. But for the people who don't know, yes, we have a ST. It's bagged, big turbo, Kansei wheels. Those calipers are clean. Now, I haven't seen this car or been in it. You can kind of see it's dusty. In months, dog, months. It's not open. The battery is completely dead. It's like shot. Let's see if I can get this key out of here. Now, I'm kind of scared to open this because a couple months ago, we had a rat in here. Or a mouse, I should say. But I don't see any signs. Wow, we haven't been in this car in so long. So long. I miss it. You guys hear me say it all the time. You know we got sun really see it. I do miss it. I'm not gonna lie. Now, excuse me if I look a little sweaty ass because it's hot out here. But again, made a video a couple months ago. The reason why this car has been down, it's almost been a year, dog. It's July, next month's August. The following month it's hot. The following month it's gonna be September. The last time we drove this car, the last time this car was on the road was September of 2023. So it's almost been a year, right? And the reason why we haven't got this car back on the road was the simple fact that I don't want to pay $1,000, right? I gotta register it, I gotta smog it. If you know, you know. I gotta smog it. It needs new battery. So when it's all said and done, it'll be about $1,000 to get it back on the road, and I don't want to pay that, right? But on the flip side of that, I don't want to pay it, but I would if I have to, right? Now, where another equation comes into the little situation that we have. As you guys know, we're working to add another car to the fleet, right? So when I do that, when I obtain that car, I am 100% gonna have to take one car back to my parents' house. Now, as to what car that is gonna be, I don't know yet. Either the new car or this car. The Z is staying here. The Z is never going back to NorCal as long as I live in San Diego. The Z is not going back to NorCal because the roads are terrible out there, and it's not right for the Z because the Z has, yeah, if you know, you know, it has a undershroud that sits low. Then we have that pipe that connects to our headers for the turbo kit. Yeah, it's just, the Z is staying out here. So it's either gonna be this car or the new car. So I don't know yet. So what I'm gonna try to do is get the new car first and then figure it out. But the good thing is we have the Z. There's nothing wrong with it, guys. There's absolutely nothing wrong. It just needs a new battery. It needs to be smogged and registered, and then we can literally drive it. And like I said, I do miss it. I miss these seats, dog. Like when you come from Ricardo's like these, and they hug you, and like they're sport seats, and then you go to like a regular seat, you 100% feel the difference. And I really do miss these seats. And yeah, I miss this car. I really do. This car is clean, dog. Like there's times I look at pictures, or like I actually haven't seen it like this. Like I haven't lifted the cover off of it in months, right? But I look at pictures, I'm like, dang, bro, that car is clean. Like that's my car. And like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like the thought did cross my mind to sell the car, right? And it would fund the next build. I would have had it, but I'm like, no, right? I can't sell the OG. Like this is literally the car that made this channel and made me pretty much who I am, right? I learned everything that I know off of this car. This car is literally like, it's like the seed that grew into a tree, and like it has like separate branches now, right? Like I don't think I would be able to have this car out there and it be owned by someone else. It wouldn't be right. So yeah, man, it's not to say we can't get the new car. It's just taking longer because the next build, I'm telling you, the next build is gonna be expensive. I already know it's gonna be expensive, so I'm just trying to save my pennies, nickels, and dimes, you know, my quarters, right? But like I said, make sure you guys stay tuned because like I said, there is another build coming to the channel, and I absolutely cannot wait. I'm really excited. See, that's how you know the battery is going dead, or not even going dead, it is dead, because like this car is overheating and it's not even on. All right, what is on the agenda today? So we are working on the Z today. Now you're gonna be asking, how are you gonna be working on the Z? You ain't even got turbo in here, dog. Yes, that's right. So as you guys know, we sent our turbo out to get the T51R Mod done. we got it back, and then we sent it back out to get it power coated, right? We're changing the color on the compressor housing. So guy said it should be done this week, so we will see about that. So in the meantime, we need to drain this 3-in-1 reservoir. Since this has been installed, I have never drained the oil. I'm pretty sure there's oil in there. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off. We're gonna drain it, and then we're also gonna clean the filters on it. All right, let's go ahead and get I think this should be the only 2 tools that we need. Oh, actually, you know what? I need an adjustable wrench. So I actually was already starting to take off these. Well, I took them off, so they're already loose, right? Because I was gonna clean them yesterday, but I was like, I'll save this job for tomorrow. That way I can kind of do everything all at once. So we need our adjustable wrench so that we can take off the oil lines. So the thing is, like, I'm not really excited to do this because this is a 3-in-1 reservoir, right? So power steering, catch can, and coolant, right? I don't think there's coolant in here, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. There's power steering in here, obviously. It is annoying kind of dealing with power steering because if oil, or not, excuse me, not oil, but if there is air that gets in a system, you have to bleed it by like clockwise, counterclockwise, turning the steering wheel, and it could become annoying. I remember a couple of years ago, I had to deal with it because there was a leak down there at the power steering pump, and it was just freaking annoying. I had to like go back and forth, but finally I figured it out. So hopefully I could drain this without having to take it completely out, but we definitely are gonna have to unbolt it. There's only 2 bolts though, but these for sure are gonna have to come off. Probably take these off right now, so they're just kind of out the way. But yeah, I opened this yesterday. All right, that's how I know there's power steering in here, but obviously there has to be power steering in there because if there wasn't, that'd be a problem. Let's get this out of the way. Make sure that doesn't fall. I also gotta clean it because it's a little dusty, but I figured I'd do everything all at once. All right. So if you guys don't know how a catch can works, right? So the catch can always goes right where the PC valve is. So to kind of explain it, see if I can explain it in simpler, like a simple term. So the PC valve on each side is right here. So this is the V6, right? So PC valve right here, and there's the PC valve right here, both in the front. Right, so how it works is air enters the intake manifold. It goes down to the cylinder, right? And then in the cylinder, there's a piston, and then there's a rod, and then connecting the piston to the crankshaft is that rod, right? So when the crankshaft turns, pulls the piston down, the air comes through the cylinder, it pulls the air through, right? And then when the piston goes back up, it compresses that air, the spark plugs are at the top, it then ignites and it creates that combustion stroke. So then it shoots the piston back down, and with that combustion stroke, there is gases from the combustion that slip past the piston rings. It goes down to the, what is it called? Crankcase, right? And that's called blow by. And if you get enough blow by in a crankcase, it's crankcase pressure, right? So this is where the PC valve comes in. So what the PC valve does is it takes the crankcase pressure, it then recirculates it back into the intake manifold and basically does the process again. So it basically burns the gases that slip past the piston rings. That makes any sense. So this is what this is. So in order for it to recirculate, the PC valve, in order for it to recirculate the air, it has to have a positive airflow, right? So then this line technically would have went to our intake, but since we don't have intakes, it kind of like, you know, that is that's basically how it works. We are going to take this out. Hopefully, hopefully that makes sense. I know that that was kind of a complicated explanation, but that's why you have catch cans, right? So basically, the reason why a PC valve you would want to delete it is because by it recirculating, because what it is when those gases slip past the piston rings, it's like oil, there's like oil in that mist, right? Because obviously there's oil lubricating the pistons and all that stuff. So when the gases come through the piston ring, it also has like a mist of oil. So by the PC valve recirculating those gases, allowing it to burn, it could potentially cause like buildup in like the intake manifold or like the, what do you call it? The think of the name. The throttle bodies. So that's why you would want to delete your PCV valve. And that's exactly why people get catch can, especially this particular one. So what it is it doesn't recirculate it. So what it does is all the crankcase pressure goes through this catch can. It drops the oil off, and then it vents the unburnt gas out into the atmosphere. So that's exactly why we have this catch can. And I just, obviously it helped me out because the power steering reservoir sat right here before, but since our turbo sits right here, it then gets redirected over here. So it just works. And then what sat here before was our coolant reservoir, but since this is here, the coolant reservoir sits over here, power steering sits over here, and then our oil catch can is right in the middle. So it just makes sense. And if you're wondering, this is by Switchback Racing, and I would 1000% recommend. 1000%. 1000%. All right, so let's go ahead and take this off. I think it's a 10. Let's just hope that this goes as simple as possible. So we don't need that. That could go. All right, we're gonna take this up. I don't really know what's holding it. Obviously there's lines connected to it. I think I can detach that. It's a coolant line. I kind of don't want to. Oh, it goes right here. Yeah, see, that's gonna put oil in the system, or air in the system, and I don't want to deal with that. So we got a problem. And our, what do you call this? Let's have it get dirty. All right. I think I'm just F it, bro. I think I'm just going to take off the lines and then just worry about bleeding everything later. Because who knows? Maybe this needs coolant. So I'll just add coolant and bleed it. I know these cars are kind of annoying when it comes to bleeding, but to do this properly, I would rather just take everything off. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm probably gonna hate myself later for doing this because I'm adding more work for myself, but it is what it is. I'm definitely gonna hate myself for this later. Hopefully there's no coolant in here. There shouldn't be coolant in here. I want to take it off right here. See, that's not wanting to come off, which tells me that it's never been off, so why break that? Should I just take it off from the bottom right here? But then again, that's gonna be tough to take or to put back on. I'm gonna just take it off right here. It's all good. Come on, big dog. Dang, it's on there. Sheesh. Okay. So we got that off. Now the problem is there is power steering in here, so it's gonna leak. Oh, hey. Let's not lose that. Maybe we could drain it without having to take it off. I would rather not deal with power steering, to be honest. I would do anything before I deal with power steering. And you guys, I don't know if you can see it, but the drains right here for that, it looks like it's been leaking. So let's go ahead and do that. We can work with it like this. Let's go get something. Maybe get like a cup or something. Let's see. This is perfect. Make sure that it's tight. A little water bottle hack. All right. So we're gonna put this water bottle underneath here, and we're gonna drain it. Let me get a towel because I do not want to mess up our charge pipe. I don't want to scratch it. Let's get a towel to put right here. I'm expecting a lot of oil because I've never drained it, so I'm just assuming that you twist it. Let me first break it though. Maybe twist the wrong way. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see. Don't really know what to expect, to be honest. Okay, it's just turning. This thing was open this whole time, big dog. This whole entire time, I think it was open. That's crazy. Yeah, now there's oil coming out of it. Now I don't know. I have no idea now. I think I'm just take the whole thing off, to be honest. I don't know what's open and what's closed. Now I'm confused. So let me just take it off and we'll figure it out. Where is my... Can I do it by hand? Alright. What in the world, bro? Okay, well. Yeah, there's no oil in here. Oh, okay, that's how it works. So then, it wasn't open. Okay, I was wrong. So this, by it being out, meaning, it means it's closed. But when it's open, you tighten it, and it exposes this guy right here, and that's how it drains. Okay, now it makes sense. It almost makes me want to go to the store and find like another draining mechanism, because like we're supposed to put sealant or whatever on here so it doesn't leak past the threads, right? But what type of seal does it have once you close it, right? Is that really tight enough where oil is not going to seep past that and go past these threads? I don't think so. So I think I'm going to go to the store right now and see if I can find another mechanism that's better than this. Because I also heard that this isn't the best. So let me see if I can find another one, because yeah, that doesn't look like it's very efficient. All right, so this is our old valve. I ended up getting a bolt because I don't want to be dealing with valves, and because this doesn't make sense. Like I said, I don't see how oil would stop. Like I don't see how oil wouldn't seep past this and onto the thread, because this is what it closed. This is where it was at, right? I thought it was open, but it was actually closed. I don't see how oil doesn't seep past those, right? And that's probably why there's oil right here. So I don't want to deal with that. Nor do I want to buy a $40 valve and deal with it with that. So we bought a regular bolt and a gasket, just like we have when we change our oil that's on the oil pan. Nice and simple. Now let's just hope that it fits, because the threads on this is really aggressive. So I pray to God it fits. Come on, bro. Oh, that's kind of loose, but I think it'll get the job done. Let's see. That's a 12. It should grab it pretty well. Okay. It actually doesn't grab that well. I mean, Because these threads are like really aggressive, so I don't understand how that would work. But for now, I think we'll just leave that like that. All right, and we are all finished. So we got this back together. We went ahead and cleaned these filters too, so they're back on there. I'm pretty sure they're still wet, but they have like a whole week to dry, and it gets stupid hot in this garage, so we should be good. But yeah, I mean, everything is good. We know that there's no oil in our catch can. It's nice and clean. You guys can see it looks way more shiny because we cleaned it. I'm gonna just wait to clean the engine bay. Once we get the turbo back, it'll be like a satisfying thing for me. But that is pretty much it. So now we just wait for the compressor housing back. I'm also gonna be looking into possibly getting a different AN line for this, or like an AN fitting, I should say, for this. Looks like we do need another gasket. It's kind of cooked a little bit on top. I don't want smoke coming out of my exhaust while I'm driving because it's embarrassing. So I'm just gonna get another AN fitting, and I'm just gonna have the next one just go like straight down instead of this angle, because it really doesn't need this angle. Like before I needed it because of how I routed it, but like now that we reroute it or drain, it's kind of unnecessary. We also have to order a new heat wrap because I need to wrap this a little bit better. I need to wrap this. I have no idea how. This harness hasn't been cooked yet, dog. I gotta wrap this. And then I also want to wrap this line right here that goes all the way down there. You guys can't see it, but definitely got to order some more heat wrap so we can, oh, this too. You guys can see right here, it was beginning to get cooked. So we got to wrap these on this side. So got a couple stuff to order. A couple more house maintenance things to do. I'm going to end it here. The next video that you guys will see is probably going to be us pretty much doing like heat wrap and like taking care of some of the stuff that we need to wrap, make sure that nothing catches on fire, and installing the turbo back. So I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, stay safe, and stay tuned. Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you